Now I know exactly why you're here. You want to learn how to make this amazing carrot cake. Well, I'm about to show you. Roll the introduction. Hello and welcome back to Simon's Bacon Isolation Inspiration. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're a baking show where we don't take it seriously and we have fudging good fun while we bake. Now you guys at home know we're making carrot cake. But why are we making carrot cake? One, it's delicious, proper delicious. And two, it's got carrots in it. And that is one of your 5 a day. And that is a winner in my eyes. The ingredients you're gonna need to make this carrot cake are as follows. In this bowl, I've got 100 grams of walnuts. You're gonna need an extra 100 grams for later on when we make a nice topping for it. In this bowl, I have got 300 grams of carrots. In this bowl, I have got 200 grams of light brown sugar. If you don't have light brown sugar, don't panic, just use caster. No one cares. In this bowl, I have got 250 grams of self-raising flour. I have got 1 orange. I have got 3 chicky eggs. In this little pot, I have got 2 teaspoons of ground mixed spice. This stuff smells amazing. In this little pot, I've got half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, or bicarb, whatever you want to call it. And in this little pot, I've got half a teaspoon of salt. And lastly, in my little jug, I have got 200 ml of vegetable oil, or you can use sunflower oil, rapeseed oil. You want to stay away from flavoured oils because it'll make your cake taste real yucky. Now that's the cake ingredients all sorted out, but don't worry people, later on I'm going to show you the ingredients to make a nice cream cheese frosting on top. So stay tuned for that. And if you're worried you've missed any of the ingredients, don't worry. Simon's got you. I'll leave them in the description down below. Now listen up party peeps all around the world. When you buy your ingredients, make sure you buy recyclable packaging. I go out of my way to make sure I limit the plastic that I use, which is why these carrots I brought were loose packed. I don't want to end up chucking that plastic in the ocean, and you don't want turtles to eat it either. So make sure you cut down on your plastic. This is absolutely fine. Now before we start smashing ingredients into a bowl, take 5 minutes out and do the most boring job, or get someone else to do it. And that's line 2 baking tins. The ones I've got here are 7 inches, or you can use 8 inches, whatever you've got. Let's crack on with our cake. First of all, I'm going to chop up the walnuts, the 100 grams. This is far too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it with my knife. If you've got an electric mixer at home, you're a cheater, but you can use that. Instead, I'm just going to do this the hard way. And there we go, there is my 100 grams of walnuts, roughly chopped up. And now it's time to go over to the big boy. So in this bowl, whop your flour straight in. Whop your sugar, bosh, straight in. Your salt, bosh. Your bicarb, bosh. And your ground mixed spice, a bosh. Now it's time to get your little whisking fingers on. Get in there and give it a jolly good old stir up. Break in any lumps of sugar that might be in there. Just give that a gentle mix together. Now your flour and all that should be incorporated. It's time to go in with your orange zest. So get your grater on the thinnest setting and just literally grate all your orange into the bowl. Now don't throw away your orange, what a waste. Instead, we're going to use the juice. So get yourself your juicer, or if you ain't got one of these, just grab a bowl and you'll just end up squeezing the orange in. So get your knife, cut it in half, and just juice both the oranges. Easy as that. And now it's time to go in with your eggs into oil. So give a little crack on the side of your jug. Just pop all 3 eggs into the oil. Easy as that, really. And there we go, all 3 eggs are whopped straight into the oil. Now it's time to go in with 2 tablespoons of the orange juice. There we go, there is our eggy, orangey, oily mixture all mixed together. So just set that aside for a minute. Now, it's time to grate your carrots. But first, just get your knife and just whop the ends off, because that's like the lucky bit, and the tails off. Next, get your grater and go on the chunky setting, which is there, and just give that a jolly good grating until all the carrots are all gone. Now guess what, party peeps? You may be thinking to yourself, cool, Simon, you look different. I've roped Becky in to grate these because my grater is ridiculously sharp and I kind of missed and I grated my finger. So while I'm waiting for that to stop bleeding, Becky's hopped in. What an idiot, eh? And now it's time to assemble this cake mixture. So first of all, go in with your eggery, oily, orangey slop. Straight in. Now with a spatula, just make sure it's all out. Just give that a little mix together. Now that's all mixed together, you should have a wet batter that looks like that. Now it's time to go in with your carrots and your walnuts. Now here's a little top tip. If you're a person that's got a nut allergy, you don't have to put walnuts on this. You can substitute it for raisins and that will be proper banging, that will. But if you ain't got an allergy, go with walnuts. Winner, winner. Now have a look at that, party peeps. Doesn't that look good? This is what your mixture should look like. If yours is a little bit too stiff, you can always pop in a tablespoon of the leftover orange juice. But this is absolutely lush. I'll tell you what, party peeps, if it wasn't for all that sugar, all those eggs and all that oil, this would actually be quite a healthy cake, really. Now before we start slapping all of this mixture into our tins, it's now time to get our ovens on. Gas them up for 160 degrees. Get it on. And now it's time to slap this mixture into our tins. So I'm going to use my trusty ladle to weigh it out equally. If you don't have a ladle, you can just use a spoon. It's just going to take you forever. Now for some strange reason, the next bit of the video didn't record. All I did was I made sure that it was equal in the bowls, made sure I gave them a little wobble to make sure they were evenly spread, and just popped them in the oven. So you ain't really missed a lot. Now it's time to get these bad boys out of the tin. So, get my boxing gloves on. Ush, ush, ush. Now I've got a tin of soup. What we're going to do is put it on top, push down, it should just pop. Just like that. Now while my cakes are lovingly cooling down, I'm going to make the nice cream cheese frosting that go on top. So to do that, we need some ingredients. In this bowl, I've got 110 grams of butter, which is softened. In this bowl, I've got 100 grams of icing sugar. In here, I have got 300 grams of cream cheese spread. This is Philadelphia. And lastly, a splish of vanilla extract. I ain't got vanilla extract, all I've got is vanilla bean paste. What's the difference? No idea. So to start with, get your butter and just give it a little mix around the bowl, just breaking it up, turn it into more of a spreadable mixture, really. And once it gets to this sort of consistency, soft spread, go in with a splish of your vanilla extract. Splish. And lastly, go on in with your Philadelphia or cream cheese. Just literally whop the whole lot, bosh, straight in. Now you want to give this a beat together until the butter and cheese are all mixed together. Once it gets to that sort of consistency, where it's all incorporated, it should be quite stiff. Now it's time to sieve in your icing sugar. So with your sieve, just pop the whole lot in, and just sieve it into this stuff. And then you better give it a jolly good old mixing. And there we go, party peeps. That is our cream cheese frosting finished. Now just waiting for the cake to cool down and then we can layer it up. In the meantime, bit of a taste test, make sure it's not poisonous or nothing. That is proper nice. I cannot wait to slap it on top of that. Cakes are now cooled and it's time to get it assembled. So what I'm going to do is, to start with, I'm going to pipe just some fancy bits around the edge. So what I've done, it's got a piping bag and I've put my little star nozzle in and I've just filled up just a little bit of the spread. What I'm going to do is right on the edge, just dab some little stars, literally right on the edge. There we go, there's a load of little stars. Now what I'm going to do is get some of this spread, pop it in the middle and just gently bring it out. It doesn't matter if you disturb the back of the stars, you just don't want to disturb the front really. Perhaps I should have done it first, who cares? Okay. That's the first layer done. Now it's time to go on with your top layer. Let's just get that and gently pop it in the middle and give it a little push down. Now with this top layer, get your spread, plunk it in the middle, and literally just spread it out right around the edge. Now just off camera, all I've done is I've cut up some of the walnut pieces. So what I'm going to do is literally get them from up high and just spread them all on to the top. Then lastly, put the rest of your stuff into a piping bag and just literally go on with some great big old things around the edge, just to neaten it up. Big old stars. And there we go, party peeps. There is my absolute amazing carrot cake. Have a look at that. Now you want to pop this in the fridge for an hour or so, just to let all this buttercream firm up, and that way when you cut it, it ain't all gonna ooze out everywhere. And that looks proper good. Now have a look at that, party peeps. That looks proper good. Now it's at this stage of the video that you would see professionals doing nice long sweeping shots of the cake, and you know what? This is no different. Now I know exactly what you're thinking at home. Simon, why is it you always make a cake that's only got 2 layers? Why not make 5 or 10? Well, listen here, party peeps. When you cut a slice and it's 5 layers thick, people look at you like, whew, you're greedy, ain't ya? That's why if you do 2 layers, you can have a bigger slice and people don't say nothing. It's a winner winner. And now it's time for the most heartbreaking part. Let's cut this open and have a slice. Now, feast your eyes on the inside of that cake. Doesn't that look proper good? But it's not about what it looks like, it's about what it tastes like. So let's delve in. That is proper good. Nice and sweet from the carrot, nice crunchy walnut pieces, and that cream cheese filling. Oh, Simon, you've done it again. Thank you all so much for taking the time out to watch my video. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, peace out!